Hi, Patrick here. Welcome to Dollar Theater. Dollar Theater is an ongoing series of films that I watch that I have gotten for $1.25 or less. Um, Anybody can do it. All you have to do, the only rule is anything you buy or get has to be underneath $1.25. So this week, last week we did Christmas. We did a Christmas in Connecticut with Barbara Stanwyck, and it was very delightful, and I was very charmed by it. And it's been part of a really good run at the local library that I've been having, where I picked out a lot of good films and shows. Um, yeah, it's been 5 weeks in a row. I can't believe it. I think it's the deepest run I've had. But what I have been doing lately is I have been taking like more movies from those halls and talking about them. And for this week, I will be talking about a show that I picked up last week, and it was brand new to me. I had no idea what it was about. All I know it was there. It was during bag sale, and I picked it up. No, don't know a single thing about it, and it's called The Last Detective. The Last Detective. I picked this up. I knew I picked it up basically mostly because it's an Acorn. It got released by Acorn Media, and I really like Acorn Media. They put out the best of the best in British TV series, New Zealand TV series, and Australia TV series. So if you see Acorn attached to this, you know you got high quality. Um, I got the fourth season of the series, and English do their series differently than from the U.S. The U.S. they make up 22 1 hour long episodes, 48 now, right? The English do anywhere between um, anywhere between a minute, 15 minute, an hour and 15 minutes. 75 to 90 minutes per episode. They only do 4 or 5 episodes per season. So this is a 5 episode season. That's it. But it's in movie form. So they come across as movies. I got the fourth season, which I did not know. The movie I picked up and watched, the episode I picked up and watched, is from the fourth season. And it basically tells a story about an English constable detective. He's called Dangerous Davies, and he is always the last man on the bottom to get sent into action. Um, he's slower, more methodical. His fellow cops poke fun at him all the time. They always do pranks on him. But he is much sharper than that. He is much sharper than what people realize, and he generally gets the job done. He gets his man. Uh, this series was actually created by a gentleman named Leslie Thomas. Leslie Thomas, yes, and he started writing it. The character himself came out in 1981. This is not the first time they brought uh, uh, the Last Detective to the screen. Um, the first one was just made for a movie in 1981, starring Bernard Cribbins. This got made into a TV series. It ran for four years, and it stars. I'm so used to these. Peter Davison. Peter Davison is Dangerous Davies. He has no first name. His first name is never mentioned in the series, neither in the book nor in the movie or TV series. He's just everybody calls him Dangerous, and and so the story we're going to be talking about today, we'll get into a little bit more of the backstory. And I didn't even know this. I didn't know what season I got. All I know is that it ran for only ran for four seasons. The one I got is The Man from Montevideo, um, and that is when we find our hero, Dangerous. He is investigating the murder of a limousine driver who was found at the wheel of his limo, his neck having been slashed with a broken bottle. Now, one thing they use to discuss this series right here, they call it a comedy drama or a comedy detective series. Um, there's definitely a lot of humor in this show. I will definitely get that. There's some fun here. I mean, you can't help but laugh when you see that Dangerous co-workers, they put a sheep in his car. I get that. That's hilarious. It is funny. Um, but I like the idea that the fact that they did not play it for broad laughs. This is not a comedy, so to speak. There is a real murderer. There is a real victim here, and there are real victims in this movie. Um, but I would call, I would definitely say it was well done. I mean, we definitely see Dangerous as um, he's very competent. Is what he is. He's very competent. He sort of reminds me a little bit of Murdoch in the sense that Murdoch is slow and precise, but he gets it done. Wow, maybe a little. Maybe Murdoch gets it a little bit done faster, but they're both very unstoppable. Is what I'm saying. And the man from Montevideo, he gets the case that nobody wants. It's a dead limousine driver who really wants that case, so he gets set on it. But during the course of the actions, he finds out that it's a cold case. It's tied to a cold case where a man had found 2 million pounds in his car, and he kept it. He kept the money, 2 million. He kept it $2 million, and he had actually he ran away that very night that he found it. He ran down to Uruguay, left his wife behind, left his job behind. He moved down to Uruguay, lived high in the hog. Met another young lady, married her, had a kid. Um, but things started coming undone down in Uruguay. The money was running out. Um, People were always looking for him. They're always constantly looking for him. He had the gentleman who stole the money. He had over $50,000 worth of plastic surgery, and that is what tipped Dangerous off to this is not a normal case. So now we have a boatload of suspects to go from. Um, we have the gentleman who lost the money. We have his ex-wife. We have his current wife. We have a taxi driver, a co-worker friend of his. We have a former police officer. We have a current madam. Um, there's a lot of suspects to choose from, and it's interesting in the way how they you get to talk to the suspects, and you see the suspects talk to people that are part of the case through their point of view, and you have to pay really close attention to that because there could be a clue in there. Now, in the one I got, there wasn't. The clue came early, but it wasn't so like look at me, I'm the key. It was just part of Dangerous investigating. It doesn't come into play a little later. Um, and of course, there are some more aspects of some fun. We meet his best friend Maud, he works with Maud, and they try to fix things around the house. Dangerous is he's divorced, yet he still has a very seems to have a pretty good relationship with his ex-wife. They're still rather frisky together. Um, uh, he's just generally a really nice guy, and it does come across there. Davison plays him really really well, and the supporting cast is really strong as well. I really enjoyed this quite a bit, and the fourth season has 5 episodes on it. So I got all five. I got five. So this is actually the back half or the front half of season 5. I know. I thought this was the back half, but I got that. So the next movie we'll be talking about, because I'm gonna cover this, I think, because I really enjoyed it. The next movie we'll be talking about is Once Upon a Time on the Westway. So again, you can get this probably over at you can probably get this series over at Acorn Media. You can get it probably at Barnes and Noble, brand new. Barnes and Noble carries a lot of Acorn Media, or or you can try. You can go ahead and try eBay and any other outlet you can think of, Amazon as well. Overall, big thumbs up for this. Glad I found it. Always love a good detective story. So um, I don't know if anybody else has probably seen this. If you have, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you haven't, well, here we go, right? And so for next Monday, we will be back. We're going to be doing this all in a row. We're going to be doing Once Upon a Time on the Westway, and yeah. All right. In case I don't see any of you before then, I just want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Have a good New Year. We'll be back before then, of course, but I'm just saying that now to get it out of the way. Me and the cheetah will be eating tuna fish and watching movies. I'm not sure what we're watching, but we'll be watching something or another. But thanks so much, and we will talk at you soon. Peace.